What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Football, basketball, and boxing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we talking about basketball, and I want to talk about girls middle school basketball, giving y'all an update on Ava Thomas and Benjamin Foulois. Their girls basketball team had a good game in their first playoff game against Walker Mill. Walker Mill was led by Qaylynn Samuels, number 1. She was doing her thing. She was a tough cover. Soft touch around the basket, nice smooth jump shot, hit her free throws. Comes from a basketball family, from what I understand. Somebody that was playing hard and did her job, tried to do the best she could, but ended up catching that L from Ava and company. She was real upset at the end of the game, but she had nothing to be upset about because she definitely did what she needed to do. Shout out to Walker Mill for giving it their all. But let's talk about Benjamin Foulois, who did what they needed to do, which was get the W and move on. That's what it's all about in the playoffs, win in advance. And Ava, in the first half, was having a few struggles with her jump shot at first. She was having difficulty finishing around the basket, getting to the cup. She was getting there, but getting there and finishing, there was a couple issues there, but her relentlessness, her competitive spirit never wavered. She was always headstrong, staying in the game, trying to do the best she could to keep her girls in the lead, which they started out with a lead that they gave up just due to, at times, I think, a little bit of they were rushing a little bit with their play. They were pushing it a little too much, trying to be up and down real fast, up and down the court. And I think that was draining on Ava especially, but just the team as a whole. And I think they'll get better. I'm looking forward to them improving on those type of things. But overall, Ava showed a real ability to her side-to-side motion, her ability to change directions, her footwork was key in the game. Whenever they put somebody on them, she had the defender on skates because they just couldn't stick with her. When she would change directions right to left, her handle being able to go around the back and then change directions and come back the other way was difficult for players to match with, and her speed. She had some help though. Simone Washington was doing her thing. Brooklyn Epps, shout out to her. She got in that game and played with a calmness and a confidence that was needed to help Ava out. She hit a clutch bucket at the end of the game when it looked like they might be about to lose to Walker Mill, and with seconds left on the clock, stayed with the play, got a rebound, and got a bucket as the clock expired to send the game into OT. And this was critical because they were down at the half, and after having a good lead, they had given it up down at the third quarter rather. So they went into that fourth quarter losing, even though they had control of the game. Even when they were having struggles, they were still leading. But like I said, Walker Mill was with it the whole time. Samuels was doing her thing. They had a couple other girls that showed some spirit out there. Shout out to number 23 for Benjamin Foulois as well. She hit a timely 3 when they were struggling to get a bucket in the first half. That was critical to getting them back on track. And the two twins that was hitting those boards hard, they were needed as well. One of them had a real critical play, I believe number 15. Hopefully I got that number right. When she was about to go out of bounds, the ball was about to go out of bounds, and she had an around behind the back pass, had the presence of mind, knowing the ball was going out on her team, to keep it in bounds and to drop the ball behind her right under the basket where she knew her teammates was battling for the ball, and fell right in one of her teammates' hands, and they got a bucket. Ava, though, like I said, she was critical. She was their star player, had 20 in the game. Like, she got help from Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn ended up with 13, and that critical bucket descended to OT. But in OT, Ava made some key plays, some good passes. At times, her passes, the players, she was throwing it a little bit high, and she was trying to really get her players in a position where they could score, but her personnel, they were having trouble handling her passes, and you could see she noticed it, and she eased up on how she was delivering the pass. She dropped off a bounce pass here and there and put it to them in their sweet spot. As she gets better and better at that at the point guard position, Ava's only going to get better as an overall player. When she was taking her time and stepping into her three, it was money. Hit some big shots down the stretch in the fourth and OT to help her team win the game. Once OT came around, they took control pretty much. Benjamin Foulois did what they needed to do. And like I said, Ava getting to the basket, she started finishing a few. She hit some critical free throws. But that jump shot down the stretch, there was a stretch where she hit about 2 or 3 threes that was big time in the clutch of the game. And it was all about taking her time, getting to her spot, and not rushing the shot. Whenever she did that, got her legs under her, the shot was money. So good job, Ava. Glad y'all won. Rooting for y'all to get the W tonight as well in the next game. Keep up the good work. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.